Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, May 16th. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There's no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th, Pride Fest Diversity Pride in August, and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Finally, there are no more homo-free zones in Poland. Poland eliminates the last remaining LGBT-free zone in 2019. In 2019, there were about 100 Polish municipalities that called themselves LBGT-free zones. These municipalities denied funding to NGOs that promote LGBTQ rights and discouraged any and all LGBTQ celebrations. They typically banned, quote-unquote, gay ideology. However, the European Commission withheld funding from these cities because it viewed their anti-LGBT policies to be discriminatory. One by one, the cities have reversed their anti-gay policies, and finally, there are no LGBT-free zones left in Poland. In this case, it seems that money talked and bigotry walked. There are no more No Mo Homo zones in Poland. Let's hope for more good news for queer communities worldwide. Well, other than the tongue twister.
Well done, Kevin. Well done.
Well done.
It is so nice to see that there are some ways that we can still get people to open their eyes. And most of the time it is around money. Money talks, bullshit walks. That's what the other saying used to be. And
Still is.
and for the Europeans to realize that to sanctify, to sanction nastiness is the wrong way to go. There are municipalities all over the world, countries all over the world that need to get this message. And I'm still glad that Poland has moved forward.
Yeah, a Catholic country, historically Catholic country, so that's good news for places that use religion as their excuse to be horrible. You can negotiate that. You don't have to, even if your Middle Ages theology is super central in your family's life or in your history or whatever, you can still negotiate that to not be a horrible person.
Yes.
There was. As long as we are depicted as something other than people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they can do what they try to do. The ban of trans people in the military in the U.S. and which the judges fight it and then whatever. So who knows where that's going to land? But the cancellation basically of government participation in Pride recognition, and so the don't say gay stuff in schools, all of this horrible stuff, it only works as long as there's this fictional monster that you're trying, this fictional dragon you're trying to slay, and then you're righteous for doing it. But if you think of the Imago Dei, if you think of historic Christian theology, that we all bear the image of God, that everybody is made in the divine image, then none of these things work.
Right.
None of these things make sense. It hurts your soul to hurt another one of God's children and to do it intentionally. So it only works if they can pretend that we're monsters, which is why we've got to come out. We've got to speak out. We've got to challenge not only terrible politics, but even oppressive theologies. There has to be more options than embrace it hook, line, and sinker, or walk away from it and religion can kiss my ass. Those are two options, and I certainly understand the second one, but there are even more options, and those of us who've embraced need to talk about that a lot and out loud. So yeah, the the church, the government, the politics, blah, 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 try to make LGBTQ folk these dragons that need to be slayed. And somehow Europe larger said, no, you're talking about people, and we're not going to give you money. We're not going to fund the oppression of people.
Yes.
And that made a difference. So if you think, well, the check I write or the check I won't write, or the vote I cast or the petition I sign or don't sign, or if I stay home on election day, it doesn't matter. It matters. Yeah. It matters because when enough people say or do something, it does influence. It may not be immediate. It may not be 100% at first. But if we don't do it, if we don't do what we can, nothing will ever get done. So better we try and lose than not try, and we've still lost. At least I feel better about losing a fight than not showing up for it. Yes. You know what I mean? And sometimes you win.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is a great example, given the complexities of the global community right now, that this is a beam of hope. You know, this is like, if you're persistent, if you stay on target, if you stay on point with what is really happening. You know, I think Troy Perry, the founder of Metropolitan Community Church, has this saying, like, keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah.
And if people who are fighting for from a position of hurt or being marginalized, then make that be the main thing about why you're looking to overcome all the injustices that you're up against. And this is a glimmer of hope that I think we just need to, it's almost like that ray that's breaking into, like, no, there is still hope out there. Don't give up. All is not lost. And for places that may have been leading, we may not be leading right now.
Right.
But yet there are other places and people who are standing up and saying, we're not going to take this. We're not going to do this. And I'm always an advocate for that one little queer person, that one little queer voice that is just not able to speak for themselves, or not in a place that they can speak for themselves, or even find themselves in a community where they can even be out. This is the moment of hope.
Yeah. Right. And you're absolutely right, Bishop. If no more homo-free zones, if you think that there's no homos in that zone, oh yeah, there are.
Yes.
There absolutely are. This gives them the opportunity to breathe. This gives them the opportunity to affirm for themselves that they have sacred value. This affirms for everybody that these people are valuable.
Yeah, the negative legislation that only hurts the people. The erasure, the condemnation doesn't get rid of them. It just hurts them.
Puts them in the closet.
And I have yet to understand what is the fear of the queer community.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand what is it that they are so afraid of. I mean, other than we vote, we work, we pay bills, we pay taxes. You know, what is the fear?
What's the fear of immigrants? Or the fear of people of African descent? The fear is the more people we let in, the less there is for me.
Yeah, there are a whole lot of stuff there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199 and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
I invite you to share this episode on your social media, and I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram. You can also like our bishop pages on Facebook. My page is Bishop Darrell Watkins, D. Min, and Robert's is Bishop Robert Griffin, D. Min. We're also on TikTok.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBT community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church.
Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.